Hello everyone, I'm RecV5,
And I am Sandman99.
and welcome back to Madden NFL 2005.
Yes, Crusaders Season 6. But before we start, I'm going to have another quick replay look here at a replay.
As is tradition.
From the Crusaders Practice League.
Okay.
And so in this game here, I think the guys in green and white are San Diego. Doesn't really matter. What I wanted to show here was how weird the blocking logic can be in this game, because this play is really a mixed bag of good and bad.
Okay.
Because if you run the play slowly and watch how the blocking sets up on the right hand side, because this is a counter run to the right, and you'll see the pulling left guard go out there.
Yep.
And you'll notice that the center picks up the guy in front of him just perfectly, like the guy that would be shooting the gap if when the guard pulls.
Yep.
Does a great job. 62 there has another defensive tackle. 76 has a defensive end, and Marshall, the tight end there, he gets that outside linebacker. And you can see Parkman there, the fullback, leading the way, and even the guard got around in the front there, so once Marshall loses his block, the guard is actually able to pick that linebacker up. Right?
Yep.
And you can see Parkman way out in front there taking out the corner. So it's, like an easy run into the end zone. But if you back it up again and look at the left side of this, the blocking in the left side was an absolute mess. Like when they lined up in this formation, the way that the defense was clustered in the middle, I kind of read man coverage. And I know San Diego sometimes plays these weird coverage schemes where they'll play like a zone on the outside, and then they'll have all the linebackers play like a man coverage in the middle kind of thing, right?
Yep. And
anyway, I read man coverage, and so I moved the fullback 47 there, who started off lined up behind Parkman.
Yep.
Because this is sort of like a variant of that triple I that I've been experimenting with.
Yep.
So I moved him over there just to take a defender away, right? And watch now, run the play again, and watch how the blocking on the left side goes. This is so weird, and I don't know why that would be done this way, but number 77 there goes to his left and picks up the outermost defensive lineman there. And then, for some reason, number 47 is locked onto that other defensive lineman that was lined up right across from the offensive tackle.
God.
And, by some miracle, he does somehow manage to get sort of a block in there to hold the guy up. So
yeah, you're lucky that wasn't a block from behind.
Yeah, well, I'm also lucky that he managed to do that, because he was probably going to tackle Bo Jenkins before Bo could even hand the ball off if that hadn't, if he hadn't been there and gotten that suction block, right?
Yep.
So, it's a mystery to me, but if you, again, just watch this, like, you see the tackle there, he completely ignores the guy directly in front of him and lets him go. And that makes absolutely no sense at all. And then the fullback is chasing that guy.
Yeah, he crosses over.
They crossed over their assignments. Yeah, it's just so bizarre. So anyway, this is just, again, we've talked about how the blocking logic, particularly in the run game in Madden 05, is kind of broken. And
yeah, because you don't see things like this in Madden 04.
Well, you don't see things like this anywhere else except here, I don't think. But, yeah, I don't remember ever seeing something like this happen in Madden 04. The blocking, the offensive line run blocking was actually much better and more consistent in Madden 04. Consistent enough that you could actually run the same play against the same defense multiple times and,
expect a similar result.
Expect a similar result, right? Yeah.
And not this.
And not this, right? This is just really, really weird. And so anyway, just thought we'd show that off just because it's so unusual. And people might enjoy having a look at some of the brilliant run blocking by our small but speedy fullback.
Indeed.
So we'll pause and then we'll come back with the week 3 of exhibition.
All right. And we're back.
Yes. And we're in preseason for week 6, and we had a pretty easy game against the Comets last week. This week, we're playing the the Cincinnati Tigers.
Yep.
And they have their offense has slipped a little bit.
Their special teams, too.
Their defense is still pretty strong, though.
I think their defense has gotten better, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be maybe they're a little more defensive-oriented than they were. I just have to turn my headset volume down a little bit. I'm getting a bit of an echo here.
My bad.
There, that's better. No, it was me. I had that screwed around. I was screwing around with it because I was doing other things.
Yeah.
And other games play at different volumes than this one do.
Yep.
It does. Anyway, so we'll get on with the game here. And, of course, Rec V5X is playing offense. And so we will want to use the Rec V5X
profile and playbook.
And playbook, because then that way you have all your nice little running back swap outs and that kind of thing.
Well, we rely on it pretty heavily in order to avoid fumbling the ball, because with how much we hand the ball off, we totally would fumble if we didn't swap our running backs in and out.
Yeah, Rec V5X. And of course, my defense is the monster. And I use packages quite a bit too, and I did put my defensive packages into this profile too, so that I can, swap my defensive backs around and that kind of thing, because I do that quite a bit.
Yep.
So here we go. The Tigers will be our first really challenging game, and all three of their players to watch are defensive players.
They're pretty tough to run against too.
Yeah.
In particular.
In your opinion, though, the Tigers are one of the two best teams in our league.
That's right. Right. The Tigers and the Desperados are the two best teams in the league.
And so far, we're averaging, I think our stats got inflated a little by playing the Comets, but we're averaging 41 points a game. Although that may change.
That will absolutely change.
And the Tigers are kicking to us here.
So it's going to be a conspiratorially tough game, is it?
It's going to be a conspiratorial tough game, but I'll get my audibles set up here. Hopefully things will work out. Okay, you want to set up your offense before we receive the kickoff here?
Yep. Now let's see here. We'll do that. We'll do... Say, I can never actually set up the same audibles anymore because I'm always trying different things now.
Yeah, I thought you had a slants play out of the full house.
I do.
Whereas it like a full, that's a different full house. It's like a full house wide or something.
Yeah, it's a full house wide with the slants play in it.
And of course, you have more run audibles because you run the ball so much.
Yeah, well, it's important to have run audibles, right? Ooh, their halfback is injured.
Yep.
And their backups are kind of trash.
Yeah, well, I guess they won't be running the ball too much. Probably have to play the pass most of the time.
Yeah, they do have Jeremy Manley. He's lost a point of speed.
Yeah. Well, he is 33 years old.
And it looks like this guy is out for the season.
Wow.
So even though he's a speed demon...
He's a younger player, too. He must be like a new recruit kind of thing, right?
Yeah, he's injured already.
Well, things could be kind of tough for the Tigers. Maybe that's why their offense slipped a couple of points, eh?
Yeah, the injuries.
Yeah. Because they're playing with... and it looks like they also have had a retirement maybe at tight end or something because they don't have a superstar caliber tight end.
Yeah, and a retirement in left guard. They still have their stupid defensive ends.
Yep.
And their stupid defensive tackles.
Well, it looks to me like the Tigers are going to be...
Oh, look.
Yep, they have Brad Doss, too. That middle linebacker. That looks like the Tigers are going to be doing it with defense here.
Yeah, not a lot of injuries on that side of the ball either.
Yeah.
And not a lot of retirements.
Yeah, it looks like most of their injuries are on the offensive side of the ball. Anyway, we'll return the kickoff here.
Are lined up for the kickoff.
Hey, look at that. Denver's 3-0.
Booming kick downfield. From the 5 to the 20. The 30.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, that was a big hole, and then suddenly that guy, number 43, came in from behind me, right?
Well,
Just
that's
not
all
quite,
right.
not quite fast enough to outrun those guys. They still have too much speed.
Jenkins sends a man in motion. Tucks it away.
Yeah, can't run over him if he takes your feet out from under you.
Yeah, that might be what he's thinking too, right?
Yeah, probably. And there's no hurdle button in this game, so you can't jump over him.
That's okay. I like the two hands button better.
Yeah, that's true.
Calling an audible now.
It's a little better for ball security and
for running people over.
yeah.
Jenkins with a man in motion.
Whoa, look at that. So that guy came from around the that was like the right end.
Yeah, he just somehow slipped in the back there.
He just ran around everybody and tackled you. Yeah, see. Well, that's actually a reasonable blocking pattern there because they're trying to set something up, right? But and if you're going to leave somebody free, it would be reasonable to expect that to be that guy, right? Wow, look at that. He's wide open.
And barely makes it across.
Yep. Well, that's because the defenders are all so fast, right?
They were in a tough spot here.
Yo, thankfully he's fast too.
Yeah.
To pick up that first
Yeah,
down.
well, he's the third down running back for a reason, right?
Yeah, because he can catch.
Yeah, and run.
Sends a man in motion. Tucks it away.
Hey, look at that. Your pulling guard ran a little bit of interference there for you.
Well, that's what he's there for.
If the defense keeps giving up runs like that for first downs, they'll have to make some adjustments to slow this guy down.
Oh, they got those linebackers positioned in those gaps.
In motion.
Oh my God.
That happened again?
Yep.
The same guy?
I don't know if it was the same guy.
No.
No, it's the guy. They failed to fill in the pulling guard area that time.
Yeah, the center went to the right instead of the left, right?
Sixth play of this drive.
How is it I've moved the ball halfway down the field, but I only have like 8 yards rushing?
Moves in motion.
Well, you just did have a 6-yard or 4-yard loss, right?
Yeah, basically.
Drops back. Looking downfield. Gets the pass off. Great pass. Mitchell
There we go. Getting a little closer now.
Jenkins,
You could come out in the spread formation and throw short curls or...
Right in the place where it needs to be.
So it's third down as they try to get it to at least the 28 and convert. Calling an audible now. Jenkins with a man in motion. Allen.
Hey, well, that looked a little bit rough, but I guess it worked.
At the 23-yard line. And that gain will...
You gotta run the ball, man.
Yep.
He just exploded towards the
Well, you
mark
do
of
it
that
very
play.
well.
That was a big-time run.
It's first and 10. Jenkins sends a man in motion. Hands it off. Sanders
Hey, a little off-tackle run there.
17.
See, not everything is a stretch.
course not everything is a stretch.
Yeah, you take some of those runs up the middle sometimes too.
I've got a whole variety of runs that I like to do. It's just, it depends on how they line up, right? I tend to run to the outside against things like the 4-3.
Number 35, the motion man. Brandon.
Okay.
Oh, he's on to you there.
Yeah, well, I tried to send easily up the gap to block him, but...
Well, it looked like that's where he was headed to begin with, but then, he was just really, really fast, and he didn't actually get engaged by a blocker, right?
The first down marker is just inside the 13. Tigers come out.
I guess you could say that was a bit of sloppy blocking, or not very good blocking.
Drops back. Looking for an
fuck.
option with the throw.
Oh, well.
Incomplete pass.
Kick the field goal.
Picking up the rush that time, he gets off a bad throw.
Any way you look at
Should have just run the ball.
Yeah, probably.
Number 12 comes out.
I'd say for you at third down and 6, your chances of making it on a run play are probably just as good as they are passing anyway.
No doubt about that.
That doesn't say much about my offense.
Well, yeah, it says quite a lot about your offense, actually. That you're, basically, you didn't listen to the spirit of Chuck Knox sitting on your shoulder going, run the ball, Rec-B 5X, hand it off.
Well, we got a
Trust in your running back. He's got good lateral quickness.
You're gonna make me spit out my drink.
The backs are lined up in an eye.
God.
Under pressure, gets the pass off. He finds his man. Number 52.
Well.
Stops him.
Hell, that's still second in inches.
Second and short, upcoming in
I
for a good
guess,
turn.
yeah.
Right here is one of those situations where you can pretty much open up the whole playbook. You can go with a play fake and look for something deep, or you can just run the ball. Just about anything is an option.
Only one man in the backfield. Number 39.
Sigh.
Fake. Unleashes the deep
Well,
ball.
that's okay.
Incomplete pass.
Somebody didn't bite on the play fake.
Right there.
Well, that's why it's
Right there.
important
Has a great feel for defending the
to...
pass. He always seems to be in great position.
Always
to make
have
the
your
play
doubled
on the
up
ball.
deep coverage guys.
to have your doubled up deep coverage guys, but also you need to have some speed at corner, right? You need to be able to run with those fast guys when they try to go deep down the sideline like
Sends the
that.
man in motion.
Yeah,
Look
you're
at
not
you.
getting a first down there.
Because that's your gap.
Yep. Actually, you know who that was?
Oh, it's Dwayne Matthews.
It's Dwayne Matthews, yep. Playing defensive tackle.
Fuck.
See, I told you. I told you so.
Wasn't it me that converted him to defensive tackle for you so that he would at least see the field?
Well, he started off as a left outside linebacker, although I think he was drafted as a defensive end or something, right?
That's right, yeah. He was drafted as a defensive end, but he was intended to be Cedric Perry's replacement.
But he was one of those, like, big defensive ends, right? Like, he's like 293 pounds or something, so I figured maybe he'd do better at defensive tackle, and so far, I've been right.
Mills moves in motion. Allen. T brings him down at the 47-yard
Wow, that was a shitty
Yeah, I
spot.
thought you did better than a yard there, but what can you do when they short you on a play like that? I mean, do you really want to spend a challenge on something like that probably isn't going to have a huge impact on the game at the end of at the end of it all?
Not especially.
So they basically cheat you on that and get away with it, right? Because there's nothing you can do. Essentially, you have no recourse.
Oh, what is that?
Well,
He's escaping the block.
The wide receiver couldn't.
They really hustle on
I'm trying
yeah.
to turn up here, but I can't push past that guy because he's in a canned animation.
Yeah.
It's just one of those junk things.
So they dug themselves into a hole here, a long third down situation.
Well, like I said, these games can sometimes turn into a defensive battle too, because if their offense isn't like running at 100%.
Dropping back, closing in, looking for an option.
Yeah.
Rogers with the tackle at the 44.
Watch it here.
We'll just wait and we'll make sure that he crosses the first down marker there.
Yep. Well, you had good protection there anyway, so you had time to wait. Ooh, look at double coverage on Mills.
Yeah, the problem is if I motion Mills over to the left, there'll still be a guy
left behind. Yep.
Pass play here on first down with the throw. He hits his receiver. He was really hit hard on that play.
Yeah, you talk about your deep cleaner. That's what happened there.
So those double coverage scenarios, if I happen to want to run to that side, actually force me to pass.
Yeah, pretty much.
Calling an audible now. Jenkins sends a man in motion. Again with the run.
You know what I think would be really cool is if they'd have designed this so that you motioned a player there, but then once he stops moving and you've got the new set, wouldn't it have been cool if you could have motioned a different player?
Yeah, that wouldn't have been been cool.
Because I'm pretty sure that they do that in real life. You know, like they'll do multiple motions to try and get matchups that are favorable, right?
Caffrey makes the play at the 21. Gain of 4. To get the first down, they have to get it to the 21.
Oh, gonna try the dive play against the 11-man box, eh?
Yep.
Hand it off to the fullback.
Yeah. As soon as that offensive lineman's in the backfield that far, then you're shut down, right? Because he is basically occupying the path to the gap that you have to run through, right?
Yeah, but you got to try it because
it would be better really if that guy would like use that technique where he sort of just falls down low and has the defender kind of fall over him or something, right?
Or cut block him or something.
Yeah.
Plenty of distance on that one.
Because then at least he's not 3 yards in the backfield and in your way, right?
The kickoff team comes out onto the field.
Oh, that's okay. I guess we can always field goal them to death.
Yeah, well.
One more field goal and we'll actually be up a score.
Yeah. Well, so far the kickoff thing has been going reasonably well, too.
Taking over at the 20.
Yeah, knock on not wood.
Yeah.
It's first and 10. They'll go from the I formation. Fullback handoff. Pressure coming.
Yeah.
Jefferson explodes across the line at the snap.
Wow, that was Jefferson, defensive end.
You betcha. Jefferson getting the sack.
As a pass rusher. Explosive.
Now they're looking at second and long after the sack.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well.
Number 39, the deep man.
Okay, well, I guess I'll leave it that way.
Pressure, Rosen, and it's caught. And he just got leveled.
Yeah, you know that whole deal about...
Well, at least they didn't count that as a first down.
Unstoppable force makes an immovable object. Well, the unstoppable force won that one.
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. He tucks it away, gets rid of it, and he hits his target. Number 20 makes the play.
But they had play action there, and the tight end just leaked out of the coverage.
Strike again for their second long
Well,
third
that
down
happens
conversion
all
on
the
this
time,
drive.
and there's really not much that you can do about it.
Yeah.
Right?
So they have 1st and 10 here.
Because, as soon as the AI team does a play action pass, everybody on your defense just goes dirt, right? And they immediately chase the running back. No matter how little success they've had, there's going to be a touchdown probably. Nope. No matter how little success they've had, because this was a play action pass too, right? See?
Yep. And everybody bites on it.
And everybody bites on it. So what are you supposed to do, really?
They're 8 yards from the end zone. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and the score is 6-0. And we're ready to start.
And really, I think that play action should be far less successful if you're not running the ball. Like, if you're not making an effort to run the ball, then you shouldn't be able to have success at play action. Right?
It's the toss to the left. Dives and brings him down.
The Crusaders defense is just colorblind out there. They think they're playing against the Crusaders offense.
You never know when you're going to find some room and break loose into the secondary.
They have 7 yards to the end zone. Bird from the shotgun. Gets rid of it. Right on the
Wow.
Great catch for the touchdown.
I can't believe he got that off.
He knows how to get open in the end zone.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's cheese, right? It's Madden cheese because they can't play a competitive game without that kind of cheese.
And it's up.
And the way I see it is when you have run 3 running plays for like 2 yards, play action should not work, right? Like, basically, the defenders should basically ignore the play fake. In fact, it would be nice if you could actually tell your defenders to ignore any play fakes. Like, just assume that every play is a pass play, right? Or, in running situations, assume that it's going to be a run. Like, have some sort of a command or something that you can build in before the play starts. And not something that you have to make a snap decision once the play's already started, like have the ability to sell out to the pass or sell out to the run, right?
Yeah.
Because I would play pass 90% of the time.
It's 2nd down and 8 to go.
And then they wouldn't be able to throw play action long bombs like that because they just wouldn't work.
Throws over to his right. Comes up.
Well, he was pretty open there.
They had some kind of really messed up mixed man zone coverage there.
Yeah, they were playing a pretty big cushion there, too.
I think they had man coverage on the left and zone coverage on the right.
Crossed the marker and looked for more.
And they just had nothing in the middle, right?
1st and 10. Looks like he's calling an audible. Going to the air on 1st down. Gets the pass off. He finds his man. Brown stops him at the 47. They throw it to pick up a 2nd consecutive 1st down.
Well, when you start to establish...
They have negative 1 yards rushing.
They've got negative 1 yards rushing, and half of that passing yardage is from a play action pass, right? That's why I think that if they are doing this, basically as electronic dice rolls or whatever, which I suspect they're doing a lot of in this game, well, they should receive a huge penalty to success if they're not having success running the ball when they try to do play action, right? Like, basically, quarterback fakes the handoff, and then the pass rusher sacks him. most of the time. I think that's probably what should happen.
Directing traffic.
Just like what happens to us when we try to run play action, right?
Dropping back. Under pressure. Throws it. He hits his receiver. Jenkins has been perfect on this run.
Yeah, what happens? You get into a rhythm. The way this guy's throwing, he's going to stay in that rhythm until the defense knocks him out of it.
Sarah in motion. Hands it off. He always displays great awareness.
Well, we tried.
Brings him
Yeah.
down for a loss.
I'll tell you, he might be one of the smartest linebackers in the
Well,
NFL
running
right now.
against teams like this in this game can be problematic,
Well,
right?
particularly running against the Tigers is difficult, and I don't know what it is about them. They've just always been extremely difficult to run against.
Nope, they're playing some kind of a
He sees something in
zone
the
defense on the outside.
Surveying the
Oop,
field.
that was a little
Doesn't
off
get
target.
much behind him.
Yeah, you were jumping
This
backwards.
one falls
Yeah, I lost
incomplete.
control of
After
myself
the
there.
incomplete pass, they'll face third down. And this is the 8th play of this drive. With 2 extra defensive backs, the defense is in the dime. Calling an audible now. Dropping back. He's looking. Gets rid of it.
That's okay, we can get that.
Yeah,
Sanders
nice.
pulls him down at the 25.
That's a little different something. I don't think I've seen you run that play
Not only does he
before.
have a powerful arm, but he also has a quick release.
Yeah, it's a play that's meant to try to poke holes in zone defenses.
Jenkins with a man in motion. Looking for room.
Well, you're going to pick up a few yards on the ground here. And a couple of extra ones. And,
Collision up here.
yeah,
That's what your 2 hands button is good for.
yeah, you betcha.
That's worse.
They're making it look easy out there. The 5th first down on this drive.
Yeah, and the key out there has been great play and even better execution. They mixed it up well.
Well, they're
The defense
spreading them
has
out
been on their
wide
heels
now.
this whole drive.
Rose comes in motion. Directing traffic.
It's funny, but the tight end doesn't do that little move to the outside when you motion the receiver from the left,
The carry.
right? The same way that he does on the right-hand side.
Yep.
Brandon didn't have
Yeah, it's
Just-
because even this formation is
little-
not
yeah.
perfectly symmetrical.
Defense did a
Yeah,
good
just
job
little
anticipating
differences like that are
snap
funny,
count.
right?
With an aggressive defense like this, a hard count could be an effective way to keep them off balance while trying to draw them off sides.
He sees something in the defense.
I think a lot of it has to do with coming from Madden 04 and Madden 03, and these things don't quite translate one-to-one over.
He'll get
Yeah.
it again. You can hear the collision up here.
He's feeling it right now. Either that or he's
Well,
numb all over.
you need 4 yards for a
We'll be
touchdown.
seeing more carries after that.
If the defense is looking to force
Sure
these
do.
guys out of their game plan, they're going to need to attack the ball carrier and punish him every time.
Nice
Well, they
job
got a
so far
spread
on
line
third down
there.
for the offense, and we'll see if that continues here.
Trying to shut down that wide run.
Are you serious? Don't give me that animation.
Calls a timeout.
Yeah. Can't call an audible that late.
They've done very well on third down to this point. Looks like he's calling an audible.
That's alright, I just wanted to get their line into a particular position.
Dropping back. Throws it. Catches it. Slips behind the secondary. And
Because I wanted to throw that pass to the left easily.
That's okay. If you had to use a timeout in order to set that up, I'm perfectly all right with
About
that.
every game.
Well, I didn't have to use a timeout, it's just Bo Jenkins decided he wanted to wave his hands around.
Yeah. Well, I've said it before in other games too, is that one of the things I wish is that they had just given you the ability to interrupt those quarterback animations.
Yeah,
You know, like the time clock is at 2 seconds. I don't want this guy waving his hands around all over the place. Just snap the goddamn ball and
Well, you
start
know,
the
there
play.
are enough animations that you can interrupt in this game. Like, you've seen me do
Yeah.
tons and tons of animation interrupts.
Yeah, there's too many animation traps in this game, though. Even certain animations where, a player will do a pirouette and then run in a direction that you have no control over, or stuff like that, right?
For the touchdown. It's 1st and 10.
Well, we'll try a little bit of something different here. We'll play a little bit off and see if we can.
Wow, that was a hot potato.
Yeah.
Number 52 brings
He's not going to get much on that, though.
23-yard line. The pass was brought in, and it will bring up 2nd down.
Passing on 1st down is a way of keeping the defense off balance. If you're successful, you could set up big runs on 1st down or any typical passing situation.
It looks like these guys actually intend. Yeah, see that? Again, play action, right? Yep. They're at -1 yards rushing. What is with the play action bullshit?
And it's a good thing he caught
Like, that's
it. You don't
garbage.
want to drop those passes that are sure 1st down.
Okay, ignore the play fake. They're not running.
No, they haven't even really tried.
They haven't even tried.
With the pass.
Pass defense.
Incomplete.
Yeah.
That looked like a catch until he got nailed.
Yeah, he put his helmet in there, and he made contact with the ball.
Again, I repeat, ignore the play fake. It's 2nd and 10. They're passing.
Closing in with the throw, and it's caught. Manley didn't have much room to do anything with that one.
Yeah, they had the coverage, and they made the sure play instead of trying something fancy, like going for a pick.
And this is the 5th play of this drive. 1 yard to go. They line up in the I formation.
Well, that wasn't going anywhere.
Got very good penetration.
Yeah.
Now they have more than -1 yards rushing.
Yeah, really, eh? So you see this here, though. This is why I use the packages, though.
Yep.
Because this is normally the nickel corners position, but I used a package to swap them so that Carswell, who is a much better tackler, is playing up at the line, right?
Yep.
And basically, this is why.
So he can clothesline that motherfucker.
We'll go back to the play on the field. They'll get ready for his 2nd punt of the game.
And Carswell, I believe, was one of your recruits.
Yep.
And so this whole package thing is the one of the ways that I'm trying to make the best use of those like oversized safeties, right? Because really they can play like a hybrid linebacker position, right?
Mills goes in motion.
So when I might have technically a nickel defense out there, but the way I line up that way, it's more like a 4-4, right? Like a 4-4-3 kind of thing.
Pick up on the ground.
Hey, nice job up front, holding everyone and allowing him to get a good run for a 1st down.
Because then those two safeties are basically outside linebackers, right?
Changing the play. Throwing on 1st down. Pressure coming.
Ooh, I thought they were going to get you. Oh, he dropped it.
He dropped it.
He barely gets the pass away.
Every quarterback needs a little
I thought they were going to get you on the
the
sack there, but you managed to get it away.
Yeah, and they're blaming Bo Jenkins on that one. You hear that?
Yeah, no, that one actually went into his body and he had it for half a second and then he dropped it. So that was just a drop pass.
Looking to run it here.
Well, you managed to escape for a minute.
34-yard line.
Yeah, I kind of bounced off him there.
On that run.
This offense is determined to establish a running game here in the 1st half.
Third and long. And here's what they've been able to do so far on 3rd down.
3rd down conversions is a keeper stat. When you convert on 3rd down,
Yeah, you
keep
got a
3
man
things.
coverage
You
out
keep
there.
your drive going, you keep their defense on the field, and you keep your defense resting on the sideline.
Looking for an option. Gets the pass.
He dropped it.
Of course, because they've got to take the lead before halftime. That's how this works.
That's 2 drop passes in a row. Man, oh man.
Comes into the game.
Yeah, you'd almost think we're playing in the purple and black jerseys.
Yeah, really, the Magicians with their 10 drop passes a game.
This ain't a good punt.
It'll probably be okay. Yeah, it looks like it's all right. It went out near the 20-yard line. Okay, well.
Yes, the Magicians cannot catch the ball.
They'll line up with a full house backfield.
What?
On the ground.
Sure thing, John.
Records the
Or
stop
sure thing,
at the
Al.
5-yard line.
Al doesn't even know what he's talking about out there.
No, he doesn't.
Ball on their own 25, giving some cushion on the outside. The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him. Edwards is the guy who's there to bring him down at the 26-yard line.
Okay.
About 8 yards. Full house backfield here. Passing to the left. This pass
Oh, wow. Okay.
I think that was really overthrown.
Force the bad throw.
Putting pressure on the quarterback can disrupt passes.
Yeah, well, see, I designed this defense with kind of like a stunt here. You see that?
Yep.
And the idea is it's another little trick that I can use to try and tie up the center, the guard, and the tackle on that side.
Yep.
And as it happens, the linebacker there took a nice little turn there and actually hurried that throw a little. And they're trying to do the crossover thing. Like if I'd have been playing, I was playing 4 deep zone here, right? Which is why, that crossover didn't fool anybody, right?
Yep.
So let's pick up the
Because, you know what? The only time you play 3 deep zone is if they've got either 1 or 2 wide receivers.
Or you got man covered underneath.
And you only do it when those 2 wide receivers are on opposite sides of the field. You don't do it when they line up on the same side, because even with just a twin wide receiver setup, they can do that crossover thing too, right? And your corner, since he's not very bright, will actually run all the way into the middle of the field after that guy running the post.
Looks like he's calling an audible.
And let that guy running the corner route, basically they'll give up an entire third of the field to that guy, right?
Tucks it away.
Well, you're going to pick up a couple of yards there.
Ooh, that one will leave a mark.
He got hit so hard he darn near had to
And that'll take us down to 2 minutes.
Yep.
Sometimes you can be a little over.
Well, you know what? Even if you can manage to run the clock out here, then, we'll at least go to the half with the lead.
2 minutes left in the quarter. Changing the play now.
Okay, well.
Yeah, I don't know if that's better or worse.
Yeah, well, you know what? Just run it and see what happens, I guess.
Off again.
It worked out okay.
Doss records the stop at the 46-yard line.
That was Brad Doss making the tackle there.
Yeah, chasing you all the way across the field.
Calling an audible. Calling an audible.
Yeah, you need a dive audible. That's what you need.
Got one.
Yeah. If they're going to play that wide of a spread line, just run it up the middle. Easily can run the ball. Right? He played fullback for me last season.
This one is handed off.
There.
The stop at the 49-yard line. Just over a minute.
See, I think because you run wide so much, they show you more wide spread defenses.
Looks
To an
like he's
extent.
calling an audible. Directing traffic. Jenkins with a man in motion.
What you want to bet this will be a run for a loss?
Maybe, yeah. Well, it depends. I mean, you do have, 3 blockers there for 3 defenders, right?
Hand off to the tailback. Dives and makes the tackle. They ran it there.
Yep,
Well,
that's an important
you managed to
part of this
make
team's
a couple of
offense.
yards.
Changing the play now. Looks like he's changing the play. Drops back. Pressure.
Uh-oh, you're gonna get sacked.
He's taken down to the
That's okay. They're not using a timeout, so you can basically run the clock out here.
Yeah, he just bowled right over my offensive lineman there. He pancaked him.
Yeah, that's too bad, too, because Easley was wide open on that side. You just never got a chance to throw.
Oh, that's all right. If they're going to let us run the clock out, then we'll run the clock out.
Yeah, might as well. I'm kind of surprised they didn't call a timeout there, but oh well.
I guess it's because we kick it back to them, right?
Yeah, well, I guess it's time to take the halftime break here.
Indeed. And we're back.
Yes, and in the first half, the Tigers had -2 yards rushing, in spite of all those play-action passes that they were throwing.
Yeah, and in spite of the fact that they were giving me such a hard time on the ground, I managed 85 yards rushing.
I guess you have to kick off. They won the toss and elected to kick at the start of this game.
Team stats through 2 quarters. He got all of that one. From the 1-yard line.
Well, he's not going anywhere with that anyways.
Yeah, well, let's see who we've got out here now. I think we probably need to make a few small adjustments.
Yeah, well, think about that. We're already in preseason, then they already have a couple of season-ending injuries on offense.
Yeah, that's rough, eh? Okay, so we got Lewis there at left end, and we got Ellis at right end. And I think what I'm going to do again here is I'm probably going to switch out Roble for Miller. Yeah, and then we'll switch Matthews and Miller. And we'll let Pete stay in for a bit. And we got Nakfor at left outside linebacker. Okay. Got Wade. Okay, so we'll do our usual thing here. And then we'll go Gooden for Max Miller. Then we'll go Gooden for Mills. And we'll go Gooden for Thomas. There. Okay, we got the speedy guy at free safety with the partnered with the slower corner, and the slower guy at strong safety partnered with the faster corner. Yeah. Okay.
Back to the field.
And so hopefully they won't be able to throw any more, like long bombs over my head or anything like that.
Sanford with a man in motion. It's the toss to the right. Dropped behind the line for a loss of a couple. Number 39. Didn't get any help from his offensive
That looked like Matthews again.
Impossible to run when you have guys
Yep.
back.
He's got 2 tackles for a loss in this game so far.
Well, here's to hoping that he ends up being a starting defensive tackle.
He's in the position battle for starter right now, actually.
Only one man back.
All I know is in the next draft, we're getting a couple more linebackers. Boston getting a little overly aggressive out there.
Yep, enthusiastic tackling.
You just tackle whatever you can and you grab anything that's moving. Sometimes you get a handful of mass.
Here is a 3rd and long situation.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's all over on that side. All right.
Back in the shotgun.
We can do this. Go get him, Knack 4.
Drops back under.
Yeah.
They just blanketed the receivers downfield.
Could see it coming already, hey?
Throw it underneath. Throw it away.
Yep.
You can't take the sack and lose yardage like that.
The defense did a great job on that series, pushing them backward. Here's the punt.
Wow, that was a terrible punt. They've got like 2 punters on this team or what?
I got no idea.
Wow.
See here, we got Green in. White, we'll put Allen in at number 2, or sorry, Brandon in at number 2. We'll put Simpson in for Golston.
Yeah, if your single back running attack doesn't go very well this half, then you'll at least be able to fall back on the fullback attack, right?
Yep.
The speedy fullback attack.
Yeah, let's see if they have 2 punters.
Yeah, I was just curious about that because, nope, I guess that guy just had a really bad kick. He must have just shanked one or something.
In spite of the fact that he's 99 overall punter.
Yeah. Oh, well, it happens to the best of them. Yeah, you end up with the ball at like the 39-yard line there after that.
Clark goes in motion. Hands off to the tailback.
Oh, come on. You've got to be able to hold that guy at least a little.
Problems in the backfield on that play.
But that is easily out there.
To bring him down.
He brings a lot of things to the table, but the thing I like the most is how prepared he always is. I mean, he can run and he can tackle.
Yeah, now they're at minus
So much
4
tape
yards,
that he
right?
actually anticipates what the offense is going to run.
So you've taken a few losses on the ground, but at least you've got some, positive yardage.
Looking downfield with the pass.
Yeah. Rekvi 5X throws the bomb.
I saw the way that White was down there, and I just didn't like how that looked, so I checked down to Sarah there.
Or you checked upward.
Sure.
You look short first and then deep, right?
Yep. That's exactly how it works for me.
Yeah, and it's
Not
exactly
even a joke.
It's exactly the opposite for me. I look deep first and then I check down to a short pass if I have to. You almost didn't get that play away either.
Almost, but I did. Thankfully, I didn't want to do any motion there, but it didn't help me any.
That allows him to hold up against the run, while also giving him the speed to rush the passer when they drop back to pass.
2nd and 9 coming up here. Calling an audible.
Yeah, boy, they sure have that side loaded up, don't they?
Throwing. On the money.
That's okay, we can throw the out too easily.
At the 9-yard line.
Yeah. Well, he is the leading receiver. I think I was looking, and he is actually the leading receiver on the team right now.
Fuck.
You throw more passes to him than anybody else.
When he starts feeling pressure, he can look in his direction because he has so much confidence in it.
Looks like he's calling an audible. With the pass. Perfect.
Hey, overplay. Oh.
Holding.
Walker showing why Joe Winter is the starter, right?
Yep. That's exactly
Wow,
it.
now you're all the way back at the 19. Holy shit. That's a big penalty.
White comes in motion. Looks like he's changing the play.
Well, you're lucky you didn't get caught in the animation trap there.
And it's caught.
Unfortunately, I got hit with 2 blockers.
Picks up
Yeah.
about 6 after that pass.
Well, because they've got to try and deny you the touchdown, and they'll do it by penalty if they can't do it any other way, right? You have to dig yourself out of a hole if you want to try and get in the end zone.
Second down, goal to go. Calling an audible. He surveys the field with the pass, and he had it.
And it looks like they succeeded. That holding penalty cost you 4 points.
Pretty good play call on that one. Everything happened just as it's brought up. Just couldn't hang on to it.
7th play of this drive. So as they get set to try to convert, here's what both teams have done on 3rd down.
3rd down conversions are usually a good barometer of how well your offense is playing. It means that your offense is making big plays when they need them.
He sees something in the defense. Gets the pass off.
Yeah. See, that holding penalty cost you 4 points. All right.
Well, you know, that drop pass cost me 4 points just now, too, so.
Yeah. But like I said, they were one way or another, they were going to engineer it so that you weren't going to be able to get a touchdown.
Number 12.
And you know what? Their defense did not stop you.
And it's up. Boy, he really got into that one.
Oh, that's all right.
Clearing the crossbar.
We're still a score ahead now.
The
Yep.
home team are lined up for the kickoff.
Yeah, so long as they don't cheese off any more of those like play action pass things, right?
Booming kick downfield.
But I have a feeling I'm going to be like you might have noticed that I after that touchdown I went mainly to a accept the penalty. I went mainly to a 3-3-5 so that I can back the defensive backs up.
Deep in their own territory. The corners are giving a bit of a cushion.
And maybe use the outside linebackers as pass rushers a little more too, right? Although in this case it'd be defensive end.
Drops back.
Or inside linebacker.
Veteran linebacker.
I think that was Jamie Boston.
Yep, that was Jamie Boston.
The ability to have success split, especially when the other
Man, if there's any player that deserves a football card out of all of our Madden 05 series, it's Jamie Boston.
Yeah, he's a favorite. He basically appears in pretty much every team that we've ever run, right?
Have a look at this big defensive lineman.
Hey, look at that Lewis running out there defending the flat, hey?
Yep.
Okay, well, let's do this then.
Kansas City doesn't want a long pass over anybody's head here, so they back up the secondary. Throwing short to his left. Swings it out.
Well, that's
he's
not going
gonna-
anywhere.
He's not going anywhere. He's got a big fat defensive end there tackling him. Ellis is like a 313 pounds or something. He's like a defensive end that's the size of a defensive tackle.
Yep.
After going 3 and out. Here's the kick.
Well, you're going to get the ball back at about the 35-yard line this time.
Oh, I wonder if I'll get another field goal out of it.
Yeah, maybe, eh? If you're lucky, maybe the ref will keep the flag in his pocket and you'll actually get a touchdown this time.
It's 1st and 10. He sees something in the defense. Green sends a man in motion. White.
Oh, come on now.
Yeah, they didn't pick him up, and you didn't have enough time to move him all the way out.
I wasn't planning on moving him all the way out. I was relying on Easley to seal him off.
Oh, I don't know if that I'd rely too much on Easley for run blocking.
I don't know if I'm going to keep Easley on the field at this rate.
Well, you need him as a pass receiver, though, right? Like, he's probably going to catch this pass.
They just audibled to a man coverage.
Did they? Yeah, they did, too. Right? Like, he'll catch that pass. That's what he's valuable for. He's never going to be a great run blocker, I don't think.
On the receiving end of another pass, and it brings his total to 5.
But he's got 5 catches in this game already. So I think he's doing his job just fine.
Yeah, it just makes it impossible to run to the left.
It would be nice if he was a little more well-rounded, but, you know. Oh, look at them playing press there.
That's okay. Sarah's standing out there.
Sarah got just enough. Can't draw it up any better than that. Textbook first down. Within scoring distance. Green sends a man in motion. They'll go with a run once again.
Oh, yeah, you can outrun him there. Yeah.
There we go.
13, 8-yard gain.
Yeah, swap him out.
They'll need to reach the 11-yard line to convert for the first down. The defense lines up in the nickel. Looks like he's calling it.
He easily can block a nickelback, right?
I don't know.
Goes in motion.
I mean, he if he were a halfback, I would say his blocking abilities are average.
On the carry.
Looks like he did a job there.
No, I think that guy just fell asleep out there.
Very well drawn up play.
Well, no, I guess he kind of ran him off a little bit, right?
Found the right hole to get down the field and pick up the first down.
Well,
3 yards will get them 6 points.
wow, look at that spread line.
It's okay.
Yeah, well, look at this. They're sneaking that safety up. Well, safety backer. Well, you better call it. You better.
I hate that.
One too many audibles.
Well, no, I was doing that to keep him from sneaking up to the line, eh?
Well, I wouldn't even bother doing that. I would have just.
Well, because he'll get in the way of throwing the curl to Easley, right?
Yeah.
That's why you do that.
Oh, well. Use your timeout if you have to.
No, why use a timeout? Should be able to get it off.
Well, you know what? Should be able to, but the game is misdesigned that way.
I don't give a shit.
So you have to play within the limitations of how the game is designed.
Fuck that idea and fuck the horse that it came in on.
Yeah, well. That's why I almost never call an audible if I've got less than 10 seconds on the play clock.
Dropping back. Looking for a receiver. Gets the pass.
He dropped it.
Shot, but couldn't come up with it.
Yeah, that was a touchdown, too.
Yep. Sure was.
Incomplete.
Did a great job getting open. The line did a nice job of protection. The receiver just couldn't make the catch.
Eighth play of this drive.
Well, looks like, okay, they're going to play a man coverage.
Looks like he's calling an audible. Surveying the field.
Oh my God.
He dropped it.
Coleman dropped a
Oh, well. Kick the field goal, I guess.
Oh my God.
Reliable around the goal line. They really do like to go to him whenever they need a big catch.
That's twice. That's the same pass, same route twice, rather.
Yep.
Different pass plays, but same route.
Well, at least your kicking is on today.
The kick is up.
Yeah, just lucky, I guess.
The attempt is good. He's added 12 points to his team's total with 4 field goals. The home team are ready to kick.
Have we scored a touchdown this game?
Yes, one. You should have gotten a touchdown on this possession, but that penalty and then those 2 drop passes basically shut you down there.
From the 2-yard line. The visiting team needs 2 scores to get back into this one.
Okay, well.
So we have 1st and 10 here. They'll line up with a full house backfield. Dropping back to pass on 1st down.
Wow, that was almost a sack.
Almost.
Had to unload that pass.
It probably should have been, but what can you do?
To get rid of the ball quickly on that one.
Giving some cushion on the outside. Number 39, the deep man. Closing in with the throw. Incomplete pass. 3rd down upcoming after the incomplete pass.
Okay. Well, that was okay.
Here are the numbers when it comes to 3rd down conversions.
3rd down is when you want your players to dig deep and make a clutch play. When you convert, it gives your defense a little extra rest.
No, thankfully Danny Jones
saves the day, yeah.
The safety makes a nice play getting to the ball and chipping it away.
And he made the play when really the receiver should have.
DJ steals the show.
Well, he hasn't really done much in this game, but I think that's because they've been throwing the ball, you know, they just haven't thrown the ball in his direction, right?
Here's the punt.
Well, that's a long punt.
Yeah. Kind of outkick the coverage there a little, but that's okay. You've had pretty good field position in this second half so far.
Yeah, I've made excellent use of it too.
Yeah. Well, you got 2 field goals so far.
Got him a nice return for their team.
Green with the man in motion.
Oh, fuck off with that animation. We get that animation so goddamn much.
Yeah. Well, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to screw you up so that you can't score, right? That animation is part of the fear the D that they put on the box, right?
Pass play here on 1st down. Looking for a receiver. Scrambling.
He didn't want to throw the slant?
No, I wasn't looking that way.
Oh.
He couldn't find anybody open, so the secondary did a good job of covering. Then the spy guy made his move and went after him.
Looking downfield, throws it,
and he dropped it. You better pick your most reliable receiver to try and throw this to now.
Yeah.
Like Mills or Rhodes or somebody if you can find them.
Number 88, the motion man. Pressure coming.
No, I tried to throw it. I pressed the button. He just didn't release it.
Yeah.
Great effort that time, John. He's clearly one of the best in the league.
Yeah, he's one of those guys who's been playing for a while now. And let me tell you, he might never be better than he is right now.
Well, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Here's the kick.
Well, it's still going to work out, though. You got it out about the 20 or shortly before it, 23. That's all right.
So they have 1st and 10 here. The backs are lined up in an eye. Goes over the middle.
Oh, look at that. Jamie Boston spying, picks it off.
Wow.
See, if you look at the replay there, what I was doing was I was playing a 3-deep zone with 2 flats and double spy.
They stay in their feet, keeping their eyes.
right? So if you look at, see that? The double spy?
Yep. Yeah, they just split the field between them.
Yep. And 3 deep, and then the 2 spies, and they cover the short part of the field really well. It's very dangerous to try and throw short passes over the middle against that particular setup, right?
Yep.
Hand it off to the back.
This offensive line has been on its heels all day.
Inside the
Well, they haven't done much in the third quarter. The offensive line has definitely struggled.
Yeah, I might sub in the first stringers at this rate.
You need to sub in or swap in a single back big dive play or something, so that when they present you with that wide line like that, you can.
It's the call.
Okay, well, I tried to cut back inside there.
Yeah, no, your offensive line is getting handled by their defense right now, right?
One of the most knowledgeable defenders in the league.
Just protect the ball and kick another field goal if you have to.
We'll have to get to the 10 to convert. The Tigers come out in a dime package. Brandon. Play action with the throw.
He dropped it.
Quarterback
Oh well, I guess you're kicking another field goal.
I don't know, man. Every pass I throw turns into a drop.
Well, Pete Clark is not really.
Well, it's not just
super-duper.
Pete Clark, but Coleman too.
Come on for
Yeah.
this field goal attempt.
I think some of it has to do with Green's low awareness rating.
Maybe.
And it's up. The field goal attempt is good. The home team are set to kick it deep.
Yeah, you lost 2 yards on that one.
He got all of that one.
Oh, that was pretty good coverage.
Yep, that was pretty good coverage. Okay, well, let's go back to this.
1st and 10. The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him. Passing on 1st down. Passes left.
That was almost a sack, too.
That probably should have been a fumble.
That probably should have been a fumble, you betcha. But
they need to keep some extra blockers in.
they're generous to
Either a tight
themselves,
end on the
right?
line or a back that can help them out with their protection.
They're generous to themselves and not letting those kinds of things happen.
On the call. Setting up play action. Throws it.
Oh, come
Don't
on!
tip it to him.
This was incomplete. John, he rushed that through.
Front got good pressure. Forcing him to get rid of that one.
It makes a good defensive play that's also a bad defensive play that's also a good defensive play. I actually couldn't decide which one it was until it was actually finally over.
Yeah, fuck, eh?
Wow. Okay, well. Scary stuff.
Only one man back. Pressure. Tossing it over the middle. And he just can't hang on. He has yet to complete a pass on this drive.
As a coach, if you see your quarterback struggling, you have to call a play that is best suited for him. I don't think they're doing that.
And they'll line up to punt. Here's the kick.
Well, I think I'm going to let that one bounce.
This one goes out
There,
of bounds.
you're on their side of midfield again.
You say that like it means something.
Ball on the 46-yard line.
Oh my.
Green sends a man in motion. Gets the call. Dropped behind the line for a loss of a couple.
That's a safety who came through the middle of the line.
No matter
Yeah.
how ineffective it
Well,
is.
that's one of the hazards, though, to like running against the 11-man line like that, is that if you can't get everybody, you're going to take a loss, right? But I wouldn't worry about passing too much. Just, you know, keep playing ball control and
something in the defense. Green,
you're not going to get anywhere with that.
No, not this time, huh?
Well, you didn't have enough time to motion that guy, right? But it was better to run it in that situation. I didn't like the look of that pass play, the way the play art looked versus what they had on the field defensively.
Coleman, the motion man. Looks like he's calling an audible.
That's some kind of man zone coverage. Man flats or something, maybe. Just watch your flats. Maybe you can get a... Yeah, see that?
He surveys the field.
And then Coleman dropped both of those guys. You need to bench those two guys, both of them. Because neither of them have caught a pass yet.
But you can't think about the defender or what you're going to do with it after you make the catch. You got to make the catch first, and then you think about the other.
It's time to deliver a message there, offensive coordinator.
It's an exhibition game.
I know. But those guys are supposed to be trying to compete for positions. And I'd say that neither of them has actually caught a pass yet. Right?
Well, he actually fair caught that off the tips of his shoelaces.
Well, I was kind of hoping maybe that he would fumble, but, you know, that's the way it goes sometimes. Okay, well.
Deep in their own territory. The corners playing back. Number 39, the lone setback. Number 39. Number 39.
This might be a 3-3-5 scheme, but it's still pretty good against the run, too.
Yeah, well, I feel like both the offenses of both sides have just completely and totally collapsed in the second half here.
Yeah.
But they always seem to be a big factor when the game's on the line.
They can't move the ball, and neither can we.
Oh, my.
They'll line up with a full house backfield.
Yeah! Travis Wade gets a sack.
Quarterback down, he picks up the sack.
And he'll make 2 or 3 plays like that in just about every game.
They're looking now at 3rd and long after the sack.
Yeah, okay.
9
Well.
guys crowding the line against all these receivers.
That was number 93 there. I think the defensive lineman playing the zone.
Yep.
Yeah.
The only reason that wasn't a pick is because he's number 93.
Yeah. He was the only defensive lineman on the field, too, in that play.
Harper is ready to punt this
And
one
he was playing his own defense, and all the linebackers were doing the pass rush thing, right?
Yep.
Here's the punt.
Okay, I can field this one.
From the 50.
Okay.
He picks up a few yards on the return.
Okay, maybe if I stick more tight ends out there.
Well, maybe you should try your full house attack here in a bit, because your single back stuff, they've been pretty much shutting you down, right? And I think because they've been playing wide linebackers, and I mean, even look at their defensive line, it's wide too, right?
Well, that's okay, because it doesn't matter if we can't even get blocking in the middle. We can't run anything.
You know, I think you need to go to that 3 running back set and just start jamming it up the middle. Get them to tighten that line up a little bit, and then maybe see, because they're playing wide posture here again too, right? Even if all you get is a couple, it's better than, you know, like a loss, right?
This one is handed off.
Hey, look at that.
Montana is the guy who's there to bring him down at the 40-yard line. He is a big offensive force.
Those guys are loaded to bring down. Defense has had a tough time wrapping up those big old tree trunks he has for legs.
The defense lines up in the nickel. He gets the carry.
Now, that's a face mask.
Yep.
There's a flag on the play. The officials are signaling that he grabbed the face mask.
Sometimes
4th and
the
inches.
defender will do whatever it takes to get a guy down.
You
This
can't
time
kick
he
it.
got
Oh,
caught
maybe you
pulling
can
down
kick
by
a
the
field
mask.
goal from here, yeah. I forgot we got Costanza.
He's made some big kicks in his career, but this one I think might be a little out of his range.
Good kick. He made it.
And it's on its way.
The kicker's going to be the player of the game.
It's good.
Fuck.
He's one of those guys who really works hard at what he does. And you can see that hard work paying off when you make a kick like this one.
Actually, that was a pretty important field goal because now
Booming kick downfield.
even with 2 touchdowns and two pointers, they can't come back, right? They need 3 scores.
Start this drive from the 17. First and 10. The backs are lined up in an eye. Throwing on first down. Under pressure. It's that good pass rush forces the erratic pass.
This defense really likes to keep the pressure on the passer. They bull rush, they speed rush, they blitz from the outside, all in an attempt to create turnover opportunities in the secondary. The offensive line needs to do a better job of holding on their block, giving a little extra time in the pocket that the quarterback needs.
Wow, look at all the extra blockers they left in. They left like everybody in. They had a million years to throw that pass, right?
Yep.
That was a crossing route.
Mm-hmm.
He threw it right in there for the score.
But they literally left everybody in. Like everybody.
Pass reception to put some points in the board.
Yeah, they pulled a Detroit Lions on you.
Yeah, it was like probably a 1 receiver route or something.
He'll keep the special teams unit on the sideline and will try to make this a point.
Well,
pressure coming, flings it to the outside.
yeah. Up yours, motherfucker.
2-point conversion could be a
No 2-pointer for you.
or their worst enemy.
The offense moves down the field quickly and into the end zone.
That was one of those times the defense just didn't look prepared. You can be sure that they're going to fire each other up so it doesn't happen again.
Well, you managed to get to the 30.
Well, you know what, though? That play is an example of why a few seasons back I went with what I called the 82 defense, where I played I designed all of my formations based on the quarter 3 deep. Because then when I backed up, I'd had at least 3 defenders like 25 yards off the line of scrimmage, right?
They'll pass on first down. Throwing.
Oh, that's going to be a big gain. Wow, look at that, eh?
The 40. He's finally brought down at the 30. Nice read, finding the receiver who was in single coverage. So they have first.
Yeah, I guess, fuck this idea of throwing passes to wide receivers. We don't need those on this team.
Yeah, well, you know what? You got to throw to the guys who can catch the ball, right? I'd throw it to Easley again here unless something weird happens, like that guy presses him or something.
Passing on first down. With the
I'd just feed him the ball because he's the guy who's going to catch it for you, right?
8-yard gain. They have to get the ball inside the 20 to convert. He sees something in the defense. Throws it, and it's complete.
Although Sarah is not a bad choice either.
Yeah, we've just given up on the whole wide receiver game here now.
Well, you know what? Like I said, if you're going to keep throwing to those slants, you got to bench Coleman and Clark because they both dropped far too many passes in this game.
Pass play here on first down. Throwing. Great throw. Montana takes
Every tight end gets a catch.
7-yard line.
Yeah.
They're able to pick up another first down.
This offense is clicking. They're making the right calls at the right time.
Coleman goes in motion.
Well, if you can get a touchdown here, we'll have a net gain of a point, right? Since they missed their 2-point conversion.
Dropping back. Throws to the end zone.
Yeah.
Catches it.
See, this extra point now, this is going to be a net gain over what the score was before they got their touchdown, right?
Do a better
Yep.
job keeping the play in front of them so that kind of thing doesn't happen.
Number 12 comes in for the
See, I
extra
just throw the
point.
ball to tight ends a lot because they catch the ball.
Yeah.
The kick is up. The point after is good.
Well, we needed that one, Rec V5X. Good job.
Are lined up for the kickoff.
Watch this. The last half of the fourth quarter will devolve into a shootout, right?
Oh, fuck. The worst part about it would be a shootout with my shitty offense.
Defense gave up a touchdown on the last series. It's 1st and 10. The corners playing off
But that's
the
why we spent all that time drafting all those tight ends.
Yeah.
dropping back to pass on 1st down. Throwing short to the right side. Great pass. We'll feel that one tomorrow.
Yeah, with how hard he just
Hey,
got
Danny
hit,
Jones
he's lucky
gets a
to be able to hold
tackle.
on to the ball.
He had a little separation and managed to pick up some good yardage after the catch.
Yeah, one more block and we would have easily gotten a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. The corners playing back. How is the defense going to defend all of these receivers with a
Oh, come on. What is that?
Top that time.
Yeah, that was number 58 missing the tackle there.
Because he just got dead.
Wow.
Here's
That's
what happens.
terrible.
You get a guy who can move around back there. The defense gets busy covering everyone, and they forget about the quarterback. He gets past that marker and picks
I don't
up
think
the
anybody
first down.
forgot about the quarterback. That looked like there was a spy there.
Yeah, there was a spy in that play. He just missed the tackle.
He's brought down
There.
behind the line for a short loss.
We'll just give him a little something to remember me by. Just to let him know I don't appreciate that kind of behavior.
Ball on their own 32. And the defense, amazingly, has about 9 guys at the line of scrimmage against the shotgun.
I don't know what kind of pass that was.
47-yard line. He was there to make the catch for the 1st down.
He's glad he made that catch. I'm sure the quarterback will look his way again when he needs another 1st down.
It's 1st and 10. The corners
It
are
almost
backing
looked
off.
like it was one of those hook outs, except that they didn't run the pattern to full maturity, right?
Yeah, they just kind of tossed it out there.
Yeah.
And they run the ball again to look for some more yardage.
I don't think that I would have run it there. This is where you need to pick up a bigger chunk of yardage.
Sixth play of this drive. Ball at midfield. The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. John, one of your favorite terms right here. I'm going to use it. Boom.
It's worse than a boom. That kind of hit could loosen your teeth.
Pretty good coverage downfield, so he decided to pack it in, picked up a handful in the process.
And that's just the kind of thing he'll do. Very good at creating opportunities.
Yeah, the
with
Sanford guy likes to scramble a lot.
Play of this
It
drive.
certainly appears that way, yes.
Yeah, and you can't win if you can't convert 3rd down.
There. Scramble that.
Great.
We'll scramble your brain on the sideline.
You have to
That's
go through your
right.
progression and
Enough
get
of
rid
this
the ball.
shit.
Give your receivers a chance to make a play. You just can't take a sack in a situation.
This is your
like
brain,
that.
and this is your brain on linebacker.
Yeah.
And this is the 8th play of this drive. Ball right around.
He's got 3 sacks.
Even though it's 4th and long here, they're going to go for it. Throws it.
Yeah, crossing route again.
Yeah, well, threw it in front of the coverage there.
Run over by a truck.
Yeah, 2-ton truck pulling a trailer. Now watch how they get out of a jam. They're looking at a 4th and long.
Well, if it takes them this long to move downfield, though, they're not going to score the points that they need, at least.
He makes one heck of a throw, and he gets it past the marker to keep him going. Everything had to work on that one, and everything did.
With the pass. The pass falls incomplete, and the cornerback is able to tip it away from the intended receiver.
He got a good sense of knowing where the ball will come down and when to make his move.
10th play of this drive. Pressure, gets rid of it. On the money.
That was a stop.
Yep. Oh, well. You know what? They've got to get themselves back in this game, or at least give the illusion of it, right?
Start off going for a jersey and end up with a handful of face masks.
Yeah, that gives them a free timeout, too, huh?
Yep, it does.
So they have 1st and 10 here. They'll go from the shotgun. Drops back, under pressure. Good play in the backfield.
Well, they can take that timeout and shove it up their ass.
Yep, Ben French gets the sack.
The 1st down marker is just inside the 13. Sanford scans the defense from the gun with the pass.
What is that? What is that pattern?
That's a hook out.
Really? Like, really?
I'm pretty sure that's a hook out. Yep, that's a hook out.
Like, that is such a lame duck throw. It takes forever to get there. I'm amazed that nobody can follow that guy over there. Wow.
I guess that's what it looks like when you throw a hook out to a 99 speed receiver.
I guess so. Wowee.
He's literally throwing it to only where Jeremy Manley can catch it.
The defense really bears down on 3rd down.
Probably the only way you can stop that is with a curl flat to that side.
Closing in, throws to the end zone.
Well, that wasn't going to go anywhere.
No.
This is just a beautiful play to force the incompletion. I mean, he gets up high, and he turns what could be a touchdown into a heck of a defensive play.
Sanford sends a man in motion. Cross play to the left.
Okay.
Look at that, eh? You know what I was playing here? Man 3 flats. This is a Rec V5X defensive play.
Oh, of course it is.
Man 3 flats. So this guy's playing man, and the 2 corners are playing man. And I've got a flat zone and a flat zone and the 2 deep zones. And then, of course, I have the guy in the middle, too, right?
Yep.
But the guy who escaped the blocking here is our right defensive end, that rookie that you dislike so much.
Yeah, I fucking hate that guy.
Yeah, well, you know what? He's made a couple of big plays in this game.
Yeah, he just gained some yardage for me on offense here.
Yeah. Not only that, but he made the big play on 4th down there and stopped the run. See, now all you got to do is run the ball 3 times, and then if you have to, punt, right? Because this game is effectively over.
Or get a face mask, which will stop the clock.
Yeah, that'll stop the clock, but you got 4-yard gain out of the deal too, right?
Can really kill a team. Usually the team with the fewest mistakes.
Well, yeah, that means you got to run 1 extra play in order to take it down to 2 minutes now.
Calling an audible now. Simpson.
Wow, that was terrible. He just plowed right through number 65 there.
That was looking pretty good. I saw a big hole open up there, and you were heading through it, and then all of a sudden you weren't going forward anymore.
You know, what ended up happening, I think,
Yeah, look at that. That's just, like... I'm not even sure that should have been possible to do, but okay.
Let's get back to the action on the field.
Whatever. I'd just run the ball again.
3rd and 6.
Because there's no worries now. We're far enough ahead they can't come back. You just have to make them use a timeout while you have the ball.
He gets the carry. Big hit there. He was run over by a truck.
Or if they don't, you'll be able to run a whole bunch more time off. Yeah.
Ball, a timeout. They have 2 timeouts left. Unable to get anything going on that series, they'll have to punt it away here.
Nice. That's going to be a good one.
A line drive. From the 19.
And Danny Jones makes the tackle on the punt coverage.
Yeah. He's out there doing what needs to be done.
That's right.
It's 1st and 10.
Oh, that was a 50-plus yard punt.
Quarterback back in the shotgun.
They like those triple.
Facing on 1st down.
Oh, what was that? Oh, yeah, there. Got him anyway.
For a short loss. Loosening up the coverage on the
Oh,
outside.
now he's going to do the same thing again, I guess. Except I'm going to sack him this time. Again.
They have 1 remaining.
Nope, they only got 1 timeout left.
Yeah. We need our dime package out there now.
It's now 3rd and long after the sack.
See, our dime package.
This team has to start converting on 3rd down if they're going to be successful.
Leave a mark.
He got hit so hard he darn near had to take a taxi back to the stadium.
They're going to keep it moving here. They're
Come on, Boston.
straight to the line. Pressure goes with a short pass to the right side.
Turnover on downs.
They had no choice but to go for it.
But they're in one of those 4-down situations. They're trying to get something going. It's just that nothing's working.
He sees something in the defense. Simpson. Bishop records the stop at the 22-yard line.
Wow, they're just...
I don't know, man.
They're doing whatever they can to stop the clock.
Our
Right?
second string offensive line sucks balls, okay?
Yeah, they do. They're not very good.
Changing the play now. Hand it off to the fullback. Frank whacks the ball carrier at the 36.
Well, they've only got 1 timeout left, so I'd say if you run the ball this time, then they'll call a timeout after that, probably.
We're just about down to 1 minute. Directing traffic. Looks like he's changing the play.
Ooh, little counter step with the running back, eh?
We're trying.
Yeah,
We're
maybe,
trying.
Maybe you can make it work. Yep.
They give it to the halfback.
Nope.
Well, you made some positive yards. You can probably kick a field goal from here.
This is one of those guys who seems to play better as the game goes on. The more he gets the ball,
Oh, it's
the
only
better he
3rd
does.
down, though.
So I'd expect to see him get quite a few touches
So
here.
you're just going to run the
Game
clock out?
winds down.
Yeah. I guess I'll try this field goal.
48-yard attempt.
Well, you made a longer
38
one than this already.
And it's on its way.
Yep.
The kick sails through. It's good. 7 field goals. One of the great days.
He's going to be player of the game.
Oh, my God.
With 7 field goals, right?
Oh, my God.
See, with all those field goals that you kicked enough field goals to win the game. You didn't need the touchdown, right? That would be pretty funny if the kicker ended up being the player of the game, eh? What do you think?
Maybe. I mean, you know, he's the one who did anything significant on offense.
Yeah. Well, let's see here. They managed to get to 8 yards on the ground, and you had 107. And they managed to pass for 212 yards. However, they only scored once in 3 tries in the red zone. So, there you go. I gave up some yardage, but I get nasty when they get inside my 20.
Yep.
And you, on the other hand, were perfect in the red zone, even though you kicked a lot of field goals today, but you still managed to get 2 touchdowns, too. And look at that time of possession. Wow.
Well, that's what wins games, though, right?
You betcha. That is what wins games. I didn't have a whole lot of time on the field today. So, yeah. So, Green did struggle a bit, but I think it wasn't necessarily his fault because I think you had a lot of drop passes in the second half. Although he did get the long pass of 37 yards.
Yeah, that was to Sarah, I think.
Yeah. So, looks like Kelvin Allen carried the load for you in the first half, and then no one else really did anything very significant in the second half as far as rushing yards go. Look at that. White got 11 carries for 2 yards.
I think it was entirely the offensive line.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And easily caught 8 passes for 95. He might be the player of the game, actually, if they don't give some glory to the kicker. Right? So he even got a pancake block. You see that?
Although it didn't get him when it helped, damn it. When White was trying to get his rushing yards.
Nakfur might be a candidate too, right? With 4 sacks. I actually sacked him quite a bit. I got 6, 7, 8, 9. I sacked him 9 times in this game.
Wow.
And Boston, actually, maybe Boston might be a candidate too. He got a sack and an interception, right? There's a few more standout players here than I thought. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 knockdown passes. But Costanza, 7 for 7 with a 53-yard field goal. And I think that last one you kicked was like 49 or something. Yeah, did do bad. Wilkes had a pretty good average punting. 38. A 38 net average is pretty good.
That one long punt probably helped.
Yeah. Yeah, when you have one that gets away from them and rolls away on them like that, then that really helps your average. So in the first half, actually, Chris Bird gave me a bit of a hard time. He was 7 of 10. But this guy in the second half, he didn't do so well. He only completed 35% of his passes and threw an interception.
You know, he got sacked a ton, too.
Yeah, he got sacked a ton, too, because he is such a scrambly guy, right? He was constantly pulling the ball down and trying to run. So anyway, yeah, he had 3 carries for 19 yards. So he's the guy that actually got the positive yardage, right?
Yep.
On the ground. Because
they didn't hand it to a running back.
Well, their running back got 11 carries for minus 11 yards.
Wow.
So that's how tough I can be against the run, I guess, right?
Their running game is terrible.
Yeah, but there is a bit of a trade-off. I mean, they did get that long pass on me, right? Or a couple of long passes on me.
I don't know. That one bomb, I don't know if you can even count that. I mean, that play went on for like 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's true. But anyway, and I don't think it was because that guy even outspeeded him, like Jeremy Manley there. I mean, he is fast, but I think he actually ran like a really slow developing crossing.
It went
route
from one side of the field to the other.
Yeah, exactly. Like normally, there's no way that a quarterback would be able to stand in the pocket that long.
Well, I don't think you're supposed to hold on to the ball that long on a crossing route like that either. I think the quarterback was just a dead duck and then somehow didn't get sacked and he just stood there.
17 runs for a loss in this game.
Wow.
Yeah. And 3 sacks. but only one pass deflection. So when you did drop back to pass, you were pretty good and pretty cautious about where you were putting it. So, and the one sack, I think, was your decision to just pull down the ball, and I think you only lost like a yard on that one or something.
Yeah, I think so, yep.
Because you just didn't want to throw a bad pass, right? Well, let's see who the player of the game is. Is it Costanza? No, it's Antoine Nakfour with 4 sacks.
Special teams players never get the glory.
Yeah, I know. I think that anybody that can kick 7 field goals in one game is Mr. Reliable, and maybe he deserves a pat on the back for that. But I guess that Madden doesn't see it that way.
Well, maybe if he was an offensive lineman.
Yeah. If he was an offensive lineman that could kick 7 field goals, then, like, wow. Anyway, I guess that was week 3 of exhibition. So we got one more exhibition game to play, and then we'll be playing it for real.
Indeed.
So until next time,
I'm RecV5.
and I am Sandman99.
Have a good one.